It was foretold by our ancestors that in times of great conflict, there will be the chosen, who will rise to restore harmony to the people and creatures of Yoruba land. Cleanse the corrupt. The creature knows not what it does.
That voice.
Cleanse.
Boom, there you go. That was a trailer for Iyanu, Child of Wonder, the new epic animated series arriving on Cartoon Network Max, Showmax, from creator, producer, amazing legend. I've known this brother for a long time. He's such a cool cat. The hardest working cat I've known in the business for such a long time. So proud of him. Roye Okupe. I'm Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. You see Roy on the screen. I'm gonna shoot off some air horns, Roy. It'll be in the edit, so I don't deafen you. That's going off because we're proud of you, brother. How are you today?
I'm doing well, man. It's great to be here, and thank you so much for that great introduction. It's crazy, man. Like, yeah, we go back 10 years, and you were there from the start. Like when I first started with doing my own comic books, and to be here where I am right now, I'm really humbled. I'm thankful, very, very grateful for all the support like people like you have given me over the years. It's one of the big reasons why I'm here today.
Oh, definitely, man. Like I said to you earlier, man, kind of watching from the sidelines, from Facebook, we've both done our own thing. But if there was one cat that I knew was going to like make things happen, I say this with all love, bro. It was going to be you. Because you were always there at the table. You was always, when people wanted to come by to talk, you was there promoting. You know how to sell and talk of the book. You're proud of your book. You just everything you do has just been amazing. From I saw you had the thing with Dark Horse for a little bit.
Yes.
Partnership with Line Forge to then spark off into this animated series, man. Bro, you've put in the work, and this is all due. Because you put in that work, and so I'm just so proud of you, brother. It's just so exciting to see. So exciting to see.
I appreciate that, and again, I have to reiterate, right? Like no man builds a castle alone, right? So there's been all the artists that I've worked with over the years. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that they are a big part of what the success is today. So people like Sukomi Akimboye, Ade Legba, Toyin, Morbia, Jetsumobi, like these people have they've been very, very influential in helping me create these worlds that obviously people are going to start to see now on TV, and then even just the fan base, right? Like a lot of people don't understand. I did 10 Kickstarters, right? Like over a period of 10 years. All of them were fully funded within 3 or 4 or 5 days. But so the consistency and the support that I've received over the years is a big reason why I'm here today. Yes, the hard work, all of that, like I put every single thing into, this, everything that I'm trying to do with my work, I put everything into it. So it's really, really, really humbling and gratifying to see where it is today.
Definitely. I love to see it, man, because I know you quit your job at the beginning.
Yes, I did.
You quit your original job to do this, and all of that hard work has paid off. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to see EXO now. Just all these other things that I know
hopefully,
you've done.
Fingers crossed.
Malika,
yes.
Off of now Iyanu, once it all blasts off. So let's talk about Iyanu, the start of the animated projects. Arriving to Max, Cartoon Network, Action Max. Why Iyanu to start Child of Wonder?
Well, it was the one that people wanted to make, so I was like, "Oh yeah, this like anyone. You take anyone." I mean, I'm not even going to argue, but I mean, on a more serious note, like Iyanu, it was when I first in 2019 when I first came up with 2018 when I came up with the concept, and I started working with Godwin Akpan, who was the artist on the first book. I really knew that I had something special. Now, for those that don't know, Iyanu it's a fantasy, it's an action fantasy story that features Iyanu, who is this child prodigy that has powers that rival the gods of her land, and it's only these powers that she can use to save the people of Yoruba land, which is where she lives, from what we call the corrupt. And the corrupt are basically menacing, glowing red eyes animals who are essentially been, you know, they've been cursed to haunt and destroy humanity for the rest of the days. So, Yoruba land is under a very, very specific and enormous threat, and it's only Iyanu who is the chosen that can come in between that threat. But on a journey to becoming the chosen, there's a lot of things that she realizes that are part of her history that just sort of come out as she's going on the journey of self-discovery. So for me, it's like a lot of things. I think there's a lot of similarities to things like Avatar, Dragon Prince, like a lot of these shows that people love. So a lot of what you see in Iyanu is very, very inviting at first, right? Like, so when you first read the books, when you first see the story, at face value, it pulls you right in. And the more you go into it, the more of the depth that you get to see in the character development, the world building, and all that. I think these are the things that really attracted people to want to take this from what it is right now as a graphic novel into an animated series. And I have to shout out to Lionforge Entertainment because they're the ones that are producing this as well. They brought me on as a showrunner, as a first-time showrunner. They brought Godwin, who was on the books, as the illustrator, as an art director. And it's not a lot of time you get to see a book being adapted where you bring the team that developed and produced the book and you put them in a leadership role on the animated series. So I always say that if it wasn't Lionforge, it's only Lionforge that would have done something like this. And I'm very appreciative of that. And I can't wait for people to see what we have coming with the show this spring.
I am dying to see it, my friend. I cannot wait. And I love that.
Yeah.
And well, actually, real quick, I just want to point out my mispronunciations for anything.
It's okay. It's fine. Trust me.
I have nothing but love behind it. I can't even say half my Filipino as a proud Filipino, but I love it. And I love the authentic voice that it's coming from. So like you were saying, like people can see similarities to some of the other IPs that are out there. But what I love that once they dive in, they'll see the similarities, but then what you're delivering is your own authentic voice and your own authentic take on cultural pieces that which is what I love most about you with all the projects you've done. So just, I love to see it, man. Brandon Easton, good other homie of ours, friend on Facebook as well. I know you brought him on. Can you talk about some of the collaborators? And again, shout out to Lionforge. Again, Lionforge is dope, man.
Yeah, a lot of times I'll talk about Brandon a bit, but one thing that I always try to mention is that a lot of times people talk about, diversity, inclusion. I know it's become this buzzword in our industry over the last, 5 to 7 years. But Lionforge puts their money where their mouth is, right? So if you look at someone like myself, and then like I said, Gordon Akpan, who is the art director, Brandon was also brought in as a story editor. So Brandon led the writers' room. So Brandon was very, very, very influential, and he was responsible for guiding us through, okay, here's what everybody loves about the graphic novel. We can't lose that. But at the same time, these are two different mediums. So how do you adapt the graphic novel, stick to the spirit of what the graphic novel is about, but then expand on the story in the animated series? Because obviously in animation, it's different from comic book where it's like you're flipping pages and you're reading the story and you're absorbing it that way. In animation, there's, sound, there's, voice acting, all these different layers. There's motion and all that. So Brandon was, very, very influential in breaking down the story and helping us get it to a point where, as you see it on screen, it feels familiar, but at the same time, it's different and it's compelling from episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and as you go on. And Brandon was also a mentor for me because up until this show, I had never written for TV before. I'd just done comics. I've been working on myself as a screenwriter, so I've been writing pilot scripts and doing different things, but I didn't have an opportunity to be in a writer's room or to write until Lionforge came aboard. So Brandon was a big, big mentor for me in terms of teaching me how to write for TV, and as well as breaking down the story and helping us, put together something that I can't wait for people. It's just, the story is fantastic. If you love the graphic novel, it's you're just gonna fall in love with what you see in the animated series right from episode 1.
I love it, yo. And that was my next question was gonna be, because you didn't come from this, you're were writing the comics and you've had to adapt a little bit. Like you said, you're working on some other things, but just this whole experience, where does that sit with you now? How has that been? and what you're going to take from this moving forward. Because like I said, I'm hoping and fingers crossed, and I know it's going to be successful when it drops.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
But so I'm not sure how many episodes this is going to be. If you could expand upon that, but like you know, post this. Like I said, I want Malika, I want EXO. Like, where are you taking this knowledge now? And this, you know, this relationships that you've built now, because dude, we can't wait. You're so unique. You're unique, Roy, and I can't wait to get you blow up, man. You deserve it all, bro.
I appreciate it. I mean, to your question, look, I mean, we have the first season is 13 episodes, so there's going to be a lot of stuff for people, you know, to enjoy. It's still a surreal experience. To your question about, you know, just coming into this for the first time. But one thing that I've realized is that most of us just need the opportunity, right? It's not that we're not ready. It's not that we can't do it, and especially people of color. You know, people like us who don't really naturally just get the opportunity. We just need a chance to prove that we can do it. And that's what, you know, Lionforge, Culture Network, and Max, this is the opportunity that they've given me. And for people like us, like what I always tell people, just be ready. Because when that opportunity comes, unfortunately, at least in this day and age now, for someone like me, I can only speak for myself, we don't get a lot of second chances, right? So to me, I'm treating this as if nobody gave me any other opportunity ever for the rest of my life, what would I put into this? And which is why I told you at the beginning, I've given every single thing to this project. Everything that I can give, I have given to it. It is essentially my best work. This is, if I was Leonardo, this would be my Sistine Chapels. Like this is my best work so far. So, I mean, one of the things that I hope that this show can actually do is once people get a chance to watch it, hopefully it's successful, they can see that, you know, people like me just need a chance. They just need a chance to put in the chair where we can, in the big boys chair where we can actually show what we're made of. So I hope this is something that produces opportunities for other people like myself who are just waiting to be put in that position where they can show their stuff.
So very true. We need those allies. We need those people, you
Correct.
know, to allow us to have these opportunities and make the most of it. I just hope you're refilling your cup. You know what I'm saying? Because you're pouring so much of it out. Refill that cup because we need you. Because it's when one of us steps up and succeeds, we all will benefit from that. So proud of you, my friend. So spring 2025. We're now in 2025 as of this recording. This is like my second interview for the year, Roy. So drop in spring 2025 with 13 episodes, you said. And you're still in production. We're still in like post cleaning everything up right now.
We're still in post production. You know, right now. So we're gearing up, just, you know, dotting our I's, crossing our T's on the episode. But yeah, spring, it's crazy, man. I've been working on this since 2019. In development, that's when development started. So it's been almost 6 years, 5 years now that you know, I've been working on this. I just can't wait for people, you know, to see it, to experience it. You know, I mean, if you want to experience it now as well, like there's a lot of stuff that we're putting on social media. So I would advise people to go check out our social media pages at Iyanu series, you know, Instagram, you know, TikTok, X and all that. Like there's a lot of content on our YouTube channel as well to Iyanu the series. Like there's a lot of stuff that we're putting out that you can get to taste and see what the show. We're actually showing clips from the finished episodes now, like we're in that process now. So there's a lot that you can get to see, and obviously also support the books as well. The graphic novels is why we're here. So I always tell people that look, if comic books is something that you or people that you know enjoy, please go out, support, get volume 1, 2, and 3. They're out right now, and you know, it's out there for you to support as well.
I love it. I'm gonna have all of those links for Roy in the description below, y'all. Go right there once you're done with this interview. Pick up a book, check it out, support my man, Roye Okupe. Roy, are you going to be, you know, once it drops spring 2025, I'm sure you're going to have a busy summer because I know you're not going to stop. You're going to keep on putting in that work.
No.
Any conventions, appearances that people can look forward to seeing you at, and what, you know, is next after this? Obviously, I'm sure you're going to be back in the lab because you're not going to stop. You're going to be putting in that work for the other posts. Iyanu or season 2, hopefully, fingers crossed. All of that.
Crossed. I mean, definitely. Like, we're going to be doing the convention circuit. I would advise people to either follow me personally at YouNeek Studios, YOUNEEK, and the word studios, to see where we're going to go, or the Iyanu series on Instagram, and like I said, Facebook and Twitter and X and TikTok, you would definitely see the schedule of where we're going to be. And I'll advise people, look, if you love the show, if you love cartoons, if you love African mythology, African history, culture, like, please check us out when we're in your town. Like, I think we'll be coming to, we're probably going to be coming to, BlurredCon this year as well. That's going to be big because I think BlurredCon got pushed back this year. So I think it's going to be in around April, I think, this year. I think that might be the first one that we go out to. But again, follow us on social media and you'll have all the information about where we'll be and when.
All right, there you go, y'all. That is my brother, Roye Okupe. I'm so proud of you, dog. And I'll definitely be seeing you at BlurredCon or maybe San Diego, all the shows, because I'll be running the circuit as well. All my love to you, my friend. So proud of you. So well deserved.
Appreciate it.
Everybody, check out Iyanu when it drops on Cartoon Network Max, Show Max, and go support his books. All the links are in the description below. The amazing Roye Okupe. I'm Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. All right, there's a cut. We're recording. Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna count us in to rocket. All right, here we go. In a 1, 2, 3.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Yeah. Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world. Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world. So more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Awesome. Kuya P, Nerds Rule the World. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes. Oh,
Nerds rule the world.
I got
It's in the title of your show, like Nerds Rule the World. Like, I want more Black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Nerds Rule.
Love it. It's your boy Kuya P, Nerds Rule the World. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
They rule the world all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.